Welcome back to my backyard snack yard on a really wet December's day. We're in the middle of December right now, and it's actually quite warm for this time of year. It's about 14 degrees Celsius out here. We're having a look at my duo pear tree. It's a European pear, and it's got conference pears on one side and Concord on the other. It's a really nice way to save some space in a small garden like mine. If you look at the pear tree itself, it's got lots of fruit spurs coming up. And I'm really hoping for lots of fruit next year. We didn't get any flowers this spring or any fruit at all, so hopefully 2025 will be a good year. It had fruited quite a bit in 2023, so sometimes they become biennial and just only fruit every second year. So that could be what happened, or it could be to do with the weather. But for whatever reason, it's looking very good now. And very dormant, just like it should this time of year. Lots of fat buds coming along, waiting for spring. But I thought I'd show you what's going on with my Asian pear trees. This one is a new one I got this year, and I got him because I have another Asian pear tree that kept on flowering really early, and then the flowers would just get too cold and there wouldn't be enough insect activity, so I tried to hand pollinate them, but they would still just not amount to anything. And so I thought if I got another Asian pear tree really in close proximity, then they could at least cross-pollinate. They can also pollinate with the European pear trees, because these ones are all supposed to flower around the same time, but it just hasn't worked. So I thought this one is also a really lovely Asian pear. It's called Chojuro. And it's supposed to have like a sort of a butterscotch tasting fruit, which sounds really nice. This one looks just as dormant as the European pear tree. You can see lots of lovely fat buds. Spurs too. But if we look over here, this is a big apple tree here in between them, and here we have my Miyazaki 20th century pear. And the previous years it started flowering in maybe February, but look. I mean, I was expecting early flowers from it. I've learned to expect that, but this is really, really early, still in December. So there are other flowers too, which are early right now. Look down here, we have some lovely hellebores, and they usually start flowering like January time. They're like Lenten roses. You get some that flower around Christmas. These ones always just tend to come a little bit later than that, in between Christmas and Easter, which makes them Lenten roses. But this year they're just a bit earlier than usual. As are the spring primroses. Even little bugs out and about. So maybe everything's just going to be a bit early. Look, there's also lovely daffodils spearing their way up all over. And even some tulips too. And some much bigger daffodils that are really keen. So there are lots and lots of signs of spring here in December already. So to see how it goes, but I'm not holding out too much hope for that Miyazaki pear tree, I must say. But we'll see how it goes. It'll be fun to keep an eye on it and see when it really decides to spring into bloom. But thank you for watching today. Hope you found this interesting. I'm not really sure what's going on with my poor pear tree, but we'll see how it goes. See you next time. Bye for now.